They used to text first. Now it's silence. They used to light up when they saw you. Now their eyes scan the room instead of locking with yours. And you're stuck in a loop, checking your phone every few minutes, replaying old conversations, obsessing over where it went wrong. You start wondering if you were too much, too available, too emotional. You question every move, every message, every version of you that showed up. And worst of all, you blame yourself. But here's the truth. You're not needy. You're just reacting to emotional uncertainty the only way your nervous system knows how, to protect you from abandonment. And today, I'm going to show you how to break the loop, not by changing them, but by returning to you. In this video, I'm going to give you something better than a hack or a trick to get them back. I'm going to give you clarity on why you spiral into overthinking when someone pulls away, and how to reclaim your emotional stability without chasing, pleading, or performing. Because when you finally understand the psychology behind the silence, you no longer fear it. And when you stop fearing the pullback, you become powerful in love. Not the kind of power that controls others. The kind of power that centers you, so no one else's inconsistency can shake your peace. Let me tell you about Ava. She met Mark on a dating app. He was funny, intentional, emotionally available, or so it seemed. He sent good morning texts, asked her real questions, made her feel seen in a way she hadn't felt in years. For 6 weeks, it was magical, and she let her guard down. Then came the first shift. His texts became slower, shorter, plans were less frequent. He started liking her stories but stopped replying to her messages. Ava felt the shift before she could explain it. You always do, don't you? That quiet tension, that invisible wall, that feeling that you're talking to them, not with them. And then, she spiraled. She reread every conversation, wondering if she said something wrong. She checked his online status, watched his follows grow on social media, and convinced herself she was losing him. So she texted more, explained herself more, made herself smaller, funnier, more agreeable, anything to bring the connection back. But the more she reached, the more distant he became. What Ava didn't know then is this: when someone pulls away, it's not always your job to fix the space. It's your job to understand what that space is showing you. And often, that space is showing you who you become when someone threatens your sense of worth. So why do we overthink when they pull away? Because your nervous system has likely learned that love is unpredictable. That affection disappears without warning. That connection is conditional. It all comes back to attachment. If you have an anxious attachment style, or even just old emotional wounds, pullbacks activate your fear center. And the brain's instinct isn't to pause, it's to chase safety. That safety often looks like obsessing over their every move, trying to be better to win them back. Playing scenarios in your mind, rewriting your text 10 times before hitting send. Overthinking becomes a false sense of control. It gives you the illusion that if you just think hard enough, you can prevent the pain. But you can't. Overthinking doesn't protect you. It just prolongs your suffering. Here's a reframe. Their withdrawal is data, not a death sentence. What you do next determines if you spiral into desperation or rise into self-trust. And let me be clear, pullbacks happen for many reasons. Some people need space to process. Some are emotionally unavailable, some are just losing interest. But you chasing them in a panic almost always accelerates the disconnect. So the goal isn't to control their behavior, it's to control your response. And your response starts with awareness. Here's the truth. Them pulling away is painful, but it's not the root of your overthinking. The root is the story you tell yourself about why they pulled away. You tell yourself, I'm not good enough. I must have done something wrong. This always happens to me. If I don't fix it, they'll leave. Those are not facts. Those are echoes of past wounds showing up in the present moment. That's why stopping overthinking isn't just about calming down. It's about rewiring the belief that your value is tied to someone else's behavior. You are not responsible for someone else's emotional immaturity. You are only responsible for how deeply you abandon yourself to win love. Here's the 5-step strategy to reset your power. Step 1. Interrupt the loop. The moment your mind starts spiraling, stop. Literally say out loud, I'm telling myself a story right now. Name it, because unspoken thoughts grow power. Spoken thoughts shrink. The more you identify the story, the less it controls you. Step 2. Breathe into the body. Your anxiety lives in your body. Put down the phone, sit still. Inhale slowly for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Repeat. The goal is to get out of the storm in your head and anchor back into your body. From here, clarity returns. Step 3. Focus on what's real, not assumed. What do you actually know right now? Not what you fear, not what you're guessing. What is factual? For example, they haven't texted me in 24 hours. That's it. Don't fill in the blanks with, they must be losing interest, or I did something wrong. Assumptions are where suffering grows. Step 4. Shift from control to curiosity. Instead of asking, how do I get them back? Ask, what is this situation teaching me about my relationship patterns? Ask, how do I want to feel in love? Shift the focus from them to you, from fixing to understanding, from proving to observing. Step 5. Reconnect with yourself. This is the most important step. Overthinking happens when you disconnect from your own center. So you need to come back home to you. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? How can I soothe myself without needing their response? What version of me am I most proud of in this moment? Go for a walk, write, talk to a grounded friend. Do something that reminds you, you are a full person, not a half waiting to be completed. The more you anchor into your wholeness, the less anyone's distance feels like danger. Let's bust the myths that sabotage your peace. Myth 1, if I give them space, they'll forget about me. Truth, if someone forgets you because you respected their space, they were never truly connected. Myth 2, if I chase, I'll prove I care. Truth, chasing doesn't prove love. It proves you fear losing yourself more than losing someone misaligned. Myth 3, if I overthink every detail, I'll avoid getting hurt. Truth, overthinking is the hurt. It keeps you stuck in the pain without progress. When you stop overthinking, something powerful happens. You begin to hear your own voice again. You realize that someone's silence doesn't define your worth. You don't chase explanations. You choose peace. You don't beg for clarity. You create your own. You don't perform for attention. You embody your value. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to keep people who are slipping away, you make space for people who never make you doubt your place in their life. If this video brought you peace or clarity, let me know in the comments. Type no more spiraling if you're done letting someone else's pullback steal your peace. Make sure you hit like if you needed this message today, because chances are someone else does too. And next week's video will guide you through how to build self-worth after a situationship. Subscribe for more videos like this. Because your emotional peace is not just a goal, it's your birthright. And anyone who costs you that peace is too expensive to keep chasing.